You're in a car accident. Your heart is pounding. Your hands are shaking. In that moment of pure adrenaline and shock, what you say next can literally cost you thousands of dollars. It can be the difference between a fully covered repair and a denied claim. I know this because I spent years on the other side of the table. I was an insurance agent, and I was trained to look for every single loophole, every single piece of evidence to protect the company's bottom line. And today, I'm breaking the code of silence. I'm going to give you the brutal, honest truth about the phrases that insurance adjusters pray you'll say after an accident, because it makes their job of minimizing your payout, or denying it altogether, incredibly easy. Stick around, because what you don't know about the moments after a crash will absolutely shock you. And I'm here to make sure you never get taken advantage of by the system I was once a part of. Let's get straight to the point. The single most expensive phrase you can ever utter after an accident is a simple, seemingly polite, and automatic one. I'm sorry. Or its more definitive cousin. It was my fault. I need you to understand this on a fundamental level. In the eyes of the law and the insurance company, an apology is not just good manners. It is very often interpreted as a direct admission of guilt and liability. You might be saying, "I'm sorry this happened," as a general expression of stress, but the adjuster from the other driver's company, and even your own, will record that in their notes as driver admitted fault at the scene. The legal principle at play here, in most states, is called comparative negligence or contributory negligence. This means the fault for an accident can be split. Maybe you were 70% at fault for stopping short, but the other driver was 30% at fault for following too closely. In that scenario, you would only be responsible for 70% of the damages. But the second you blanket state, "It was my fault," you have just volunteered to take on 100% of the liability. You have thrown that 30% contribution from the other driver right out the window. I've seen claims where a simple, stress-induced "I'm so sorry" added thousands of dollars to a person's final bill, because it was used to justify a total denial of their own claim for vehicle damage or medical bills. Your job at the scene is not to determine fault. That is the job of the insurance adjusters and the police, based on evidence. Your job is to be factual and neutral. Now, let's talk about the second phrase that is a massive gift to the insurance company. "I'm okay," or "I'm not hurt." The human body is an incredible machine, and in a moment of high stress and adrenaline following a collision, it pumps you full of natural painkillers. You genuinely might not feel the whiplash, the soft tissue damage, or the concussion symptoms until hours or even days later. I cannot stress this enough. When you tell the other driver, a police officer, or even the 911 dispatcher that you are fine, that statement becomes part of the official record. So, when you wake up 2 days later with debilitating back pain and seek medical attention, the insurance adjuster will get a copy of that police report. Their first line of defense will be to argue that your injuries are not related to the accident. They will point to your own statement. "See, the claimant themselves said they were not injured at the scene. This must be a pre-existing condition or an injury that occurred afterward." This creates an immediate and completely unnecessary uphill battle for you. It doesn't mean you should fake an injury, but it does mean you should be meticulously honest about your state. The correct response to "Are you hurt?" is something like, "I'm shaken up, and I'm not sure yet. The adrenaline is high. I will need to get checked out by a medical professional." This is a factual, non-committal statement that protects your right to seek medical care later without giving the adjuster a gotcha moment. The third category of dangerous talk is providing an overly detailed, speculative narrative. This is when you play detective on the scene. You're nervous, so you start talking to fill the silence. You say things to the police officer like, "Gosh, I think I might have been going a little too fast for conditions," or "I was just checking my GPS for a second," or "the sun was in my eyes, I just didn't see them." While these might feel like honest explanations, they are admissions of specific forms of negligence. Going too fast is speeding. Checking my GPS is distracted driving. Sun in my eyes is failure to control your vehicle given the conditions. You are providing the insurance adjuster with a ready-made list of traffic violations that directly contributed to the cause of the accident. You are literally building their case against you, sentence by sentence. They don't have to prove you were distracted, you just told them you were. So, if you can't apologize, can't say you're fine, and can't explain what happened, what on earth are you supposed to say? This is the protocol I wish every single driver had memorized. First, ensure the safety of everyone involved. Move to a safe location if possible. Call 911 to report the accident and request medical assistance if there are any injuries, no matter how minor they seem. When speaking with the other driver, limit your interaction to the bare essentials. Exchange information: name, address, phone number, insurance company, policy number, and driver's license number. Take photographs of everything: the positions of the vehicles, all damage, license plates, the other driver's insurance card and license, the surrounding street, traffic signs, and skid marks. When the police arrive, be calm and factual. You can state the basic facts of what you were doing. I was traveling north on Main Street and had a green light. The other vehicle entered the intersection from Maple Street. Do not offer theories, guesses, or assumptions. Do not speculate about your speed. Do not admit fault. If asked a question you are unsure about, it is perfectly acceptable to say, "Officer, I'm still a bit shaken up from the collision. I believe the facts will speak for themselves based on the evidence here." Your primary goal is to facilitate the exchange of information and ensure a report is filed. The real communication about fault and damages happens later, in a calm setting, when you file the formal claim with your insurance company. And even then, stick to the facts. Let the evidence, the police reports, the photos, the witness statements do the talking for you. As a former insider, I'm telling you that a calm, factual claimant who lets the evidence build the story is the most difficult kind of claimant. For an adjuster to lowball, they have no emotional statements to use against you, no admissions of guilt to hang their denial on. You are protecting your financial future by simply staying quiet and collected in a moment of chaos. Remember, the system is designed to save the company money, not to protect you. You have to be your own first and most powerful advocate, and that starts by knowing what not to say.